Hey fam, this is Hector Miray, and you're listening to Faith and Fandom 180 on LTN Radio. So I had an experience this past Friday night doing a half Comic-Con / half street festival that a city nearby me does. So I've been set up on this same street festival, let's say a total of 8 times. Usually a couple months apart, 2 or 3 times a year. I think last year I did it 4 times. But I'll set up my whole Faith and Fandom booth along with a bunch of other booths, and people will be out walking around for a few hours in an open air market type setting. Now, the street that I'm normally on is next to my favorite restaurant, which is always a great thing. But maybe a block over or less is an escape room. And every single time I've set up at this event, the guy who runs the escape room has come over and talked to me. So at least, let's see, generously, at least 5 times this guy's talked to me. But this past Friday night, he came up and he said, "Oh, wow, I didn't know you had a booth that talked about Jesus and nerd stuff. This is pretty great. I need to get your information. What's your name?" And I've literally talked to this dude at least 5 times about, what I do. And it seemed like Friday was his first time hearing it. And there's an advertising principle that people have to see things at least 7 times before they really start to click with it. And it reminded me that we just need to be diligent in actually reminding people about things. 2 Peter chapter 1, verse 12 and 13 says this: "So I will always remind you of these things, even though you know them and are firmly established in the truth that you now have. I think it is right for me to refresh your memory as long as I live in this tent of a body." And sometimes, y'all, we are passive because we think people already know what we do. People already know what we believe. People already know what we think. And it's our responsibility to keep reminding people, because even though they may have seen it or heard it, it may not have clicked yet. If you'd like to learn more about Faith and Fandom, head on over to faithandfandom.org, where you can learn about our Comic-Con ministry, podcast, memes, apparel, and book series. You can even read new chapters before they make it to the next book. I'm Hector Miray, and thank you for spending the last 180 seconds with me.